that I didn't hear them.
Stop helping so much, Glenn.
Nevertheless, Mr. Brock is willing to tell us the full and complete story, the details of which none of us have heard, about the missing help, about the disappearance of his wife, Myra, and about the 2 gunshots, which I didn't hear.
I think my back is going out again.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Hello, Charlie!
Charlie! You all right, Charlie?
Good evening, Mr. Brock. I'm Officer Welch. This is Officer Putney. Please take a seat. Connie, take this down. Now, Mr. Brock, I want you to tell us what happened in its house tonight.
Oh, does anybody want any lemon tart?
Yes! Not now, ma'am! Not now, ma'am. Go ahead, Mr. Brock.
Okay. The story, as it happened, as I remember it, as I'm telling it. God, here goes. At exactly 6 o'clock tonight, I got home from work. My wife Myra was in the dressing room, getting dressed. I grabbed a bottle of champagne from the refrigerator and I headed to the bedroom. Rosita, the Spanish cook, was with Ramona, her Spanish sister, and Romero, her Spanish son, in the kitchen. They were cooking an Italian dinner. They were waiting for Myra to tell her to start the dinner. As I headed to the bedroom, I said to myself, it's my 10th wedding anniversary and I can't believe I still love my wife so much. Myra was putting on the perfume I bought her for Christmas. I purposely buy it for her because it drives me crazy. So I tap on the door, tap, 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 and I hand her a glass of champagne, and I make a toast to the most beautiful wife a man ever had for 10 wonderful years. And she toasts to the best man in the best 10 years a beautiful wife ever had. We drink, we kiss, I make another toast to the loveliest skin on the loveliest body that never aged a day in 10 wonderful years. And she toasts to the gentlest hands that ever stroked the loveliest skin that never aged a day in 10 wonderful years. We drink, we kiss, we toast. We drink, we kiss, we toast. By 7 o'clock, the bottle is finished. My wife is sloshed, and I am completely toasted. And then I smell the perfume. The perfume I could never resist. I loved her in that moment with as much passion and ardor as the night we were first newlyweds. I tell you this, not with embarrassment, but with pride and joy for a love that grows stronger and more lasting as each new day passes. We lie there spent, naked in each other's arms, complete in our happiness. Suddenly, a gentle knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. The door opens, and a strange young man enters and looks down at us with a knife in his hands. Myra screams, "Ah!" I jump up and I run for the gun that I keep in my drawer. Myra grabs a towel and shields herself. I rush back with the pistol, ready to save my wife's life. And the strange young man says in Spanish, "Yo quito se dado enchilado, ¿por qué so en quito minuto?" But I don't speak Spanish, and I never saw Rosita's son Romero before, and I didn't know that the knife was to cut up the salad, and he was asking should we heat up the dinner now. So I aimed my gun at him. Myra screams and pulls my arm, and the gun goes off and shoots me in the earlobe. And then Myra grabs a bathrobe, and Romero runs to the kitchen, and he tells Rosita, Ramona, "Mamacita, mira que paso a boca llamo allá, el hombre que loco, que bang, bang." The crazy man took a shot at him. So Rosita, Ramona, and Romero leave in a huff. Myra grabs a bathrobe and runs to the kitchen to stop them, or else we'll have no dinner. But they drive off in their Alfa Romeo. So Myra grabs a bathrobe, and she runs down to the basement where we keep the old cedar chest. And she's looking for the dress she wore last year for Bonds for Israel. She can't find the light, trips down the stairs, and passes out in the dark. I look outside, but it's dark, and I think someone's trying to steal my beautiful old Mercedes, so I take another shot at him. Bam! And then I notice that the basement door is still open. So I'm thinking that the strange-looking man's going to come back, so I lock it, not knowing that Myra is still down there. Then I go bedroom to take some aspirin because my ear is killing me from the hole in it. But the blood of my finger somehow gets in my eyes and I can't see, and by mistake I take 4 Valium instead. And then I hear the guests coming, and I want to tell them what happened, but suddenly I can't speak from the volume, and I'm bleeding all over the white rug. So I try to write a note explaining what happened, but the note looks like gibberish, and I'm afraid they'll think it's a suicide note, and they'll call the police, and my friend Glenn Cooper is coming, and it'd be really bad for him to get all mixed up in a suicide with his campaign and all. So I tore up the note, and I flushed it down the toilet just as they were running in the room, and they were what happened? And before I could tell them what happened, I passed out on the bed. And that is the whole story. As sure as my name is Charlie Brock.
I buy it. I buy the whole thing. You know why I buy it? I buy it because I liked it. I don't believe it, but I liked it. I want to go home early too, Mr. Brock. I'll have my wife. Oh, sure. Thank you, and good night, people. Thank you. And take good care of that ear, Mr. Brock.
Oh, yeah.
And happy anniversary.